With a bird's eye view, reporter Jessica Adamson joins us now from the 7 News chopper. Jess?
Rosanna, there are still sporadic fires and flare-ups across the fireground, and the CFS is remaining very much on high alert. There are still 200 firefighters on the ground below us. From the helicopter, we've captured some devastating images. Homes burning, animal feedlots going up in flames. And the damage we can see from the air, it's just heartbreaking. It's hard to believe the fire has destroyed almost 90,000 hectares in just a few hours.
Good evening and welcome to this extended edition of 7 News. The Pinery bushfires cut an enormous swathe of destruction through the lower north. Thankfully, the CFS says it's now 60% contained. We cross first to Jessica Adamson, who's at Nuriutpa, where there's a CFS staging point. Jess, what's the latest?
Good evening, Jane. Well, this is what we know so far. 2 people are confirmed dead, a 56-year-old Hamley Bridge woman and a 69-year-old Pinery man. 16 people have been taken to hospital, 5 remain in a critical condition. 16 homes have been lost, but that figure's expected to rise. Livestock has perished, including 60,000 chickens and hundreds of pigs near Wasleys. 85,000 hectares have been blackened, with the fire scar perimeter stretching over 200 kilometres. Now, the residents who fled their homes are starting to return to find out just what's been lost and what can be saved. Many are just thankful their loved ones are alive.
Now we'll go back to Jess Adamson at Nuriutpa, where there's a CFS staging point. And Jess, have the interstate firefighters hit the ground yet?
Yes, Jane, some of them have. We're expecting 300 in all from Victoria. Some have arrived by road while others have flown in. They gathered here at the Nuri Oval to get a briefing this afternoon, but are now out on the fire ground working in strike teams of 5. They're mopping up and fighting breakout fires to allow some of our crews a well-earned rest.
Know the definitive cause of this fire?
Well, Jane, police already have their suspicions about how this fire started, but the official cause could take some days to determine. Crime scene examiners, as we know, have spent the day at the ignition point at Pinery, at the northwestern point of the fire, and they don't believe it was deliberately lit, which is good news given lives have been lost. Now, police will be doing all they can to give these grieving communities some answers quickly. Jane.
Now, the Royals are currently on their way to the Barossa Valley, where our reporter Jess Adamson is among the thousands of people in Tanunda who've turned out to greet them. Jess, have the royal couple arrived yet?
Not just yet, Jane. They are due to arrive here any second now. Good morning, Jane and John, and good morning, everybody, and welcome to the beautiful Barossa Valley. Everybody here is so excited. There's more than 1,000 school children that have lined Murray Street, the main street of Tanunda. Tanunda was given just 1 month's notice to prepare for this event, and gee, they've done a fantastic job. The town is looking absolutely magnificent. They'll be presenting her with their latest cookbook, a calendar of cakes. Jane, we know how good their cookbooks are, so I'll try to grab one for you. They'll also be talking about the Barossa Men's Shed while they're here. That's a building that was opened in May, and it's been really popular with the locals here. It's a place where people from all walks of life can go just to have a cup of tea and a chat, and in particular returned servicemen and women who can go there, and it really has a strong focus on mental health. So what a great showcase of the town of Tanunda and the Barossa Valley they're about to see.
Jess is out in the street there, Jess, and I think excitement must be building as people expect to see that motorcade any moment now.
Oh, it's got to be getting very close now, Jane. We've just seen 2 police motorbikes come by with their flashing lights, readying the crowd. Everybody got very excited and started waving their flags. We can't see them just yet. One of the people that we had a chat to this morning in the crowd was a lady by the name of Claire Morrow. Now, she was a maid at Buckingham Palace. Wow. Between 92 and 95. She's an Adelaide woman. And, of course, they were the years when the rumours first started circulating about Camilla and Charles. So a really interesting lady to have a chat to.
Let's go back to Jess Adamson. Jess, what are you seeing now?
Well, I've got some breaking news from that Buckingham Palace maid, John and Jane. She's just seen the Duke and Duchess, and she says she doesn't mind Camilla despite the affair, and says they look very much in love and that perhaps they should have been together. So that's some nice news, isn't it?
Fantastic.
That's a great endorsement from the former maid. Good evening. Police are investigating whether a possible family feud is behind a sickening attack on the gravesite of late property tycoon Con Pilates. A shocking discovery was made beneath the ground hours after a sinister package was delivered to Mr Pilates' son.
Kneeling at the Centennial Park gravesite of Con Pilates, police watch on as a cemetery worker begins digging. They know exactly what they're looking for. A crime scene officer records the moment a pet carrier's pulled from the dirt, a dead cat inside it wrapped in a towel. 7 News has been told it was a message to the family deliberately buried there in recent days, desecrating the 15-year-old plot. Down at the beachside home of Con Pilates' son George, more police and another delivery. This time a bowl adorned with a red ribbon dropped off at 3:55 this morning. It's understood it contained a fresh animal liver, a birthday candle and a handwritten note. As police examined the scene, George Pilates emerged to talk to them before leaving a short time later in his Rolls-Royce. The house has top-level surveillance. Cameras captured the delivery and the videos being carefully scrutinised. It's suspected the bizarre discoveries may be part of a long-running dispute involving a relative and that police are also investigating the acid bombing of 2 cars. Court records show the Pilates group took out an intervention order against a family member in September last year. 5 years ago, the house was peppered with bullets in an attack George Pilates described as mistaken identity.
And Jessica Adamson joins us now live from Glenelg North. Jess, what are police saying?
Well, Jane, they're not saying much at all except to confirm that they are investigating this disturbing matter. They say officers came to the home this morning to examine the suspicious package and determined it posed no risk to the public. It's understood the Pilates family has told police who they believe is responsible, but of course proving it is another matter. The security video and the handwritten note could hold the key. John.
Thanks, Jess.